The gang checks up on Maggie in the middle of reliving last year's victory. As she struggles with an unemployment since that was pointed out previously, so she asks them to help look for a job and they agree. First up is cooking game, where we could see the outcome from a while away. Second is the web influencer, the last job anyone should take in this day and age, which doesn't last long because an article about her pizza topic of choice. Something tells me the mob outside the castle is representative of her image outside this show. Oh, hello, cancel dimension. Then she tries to be being a waitress with Psycho, but it gets stressful when an overreactive Sarkomon gets in the way. This is why eating at home is mostly better. After that is a rap career, which works too well because Miggy's lyrics burn Bob so much.
Think people like you? Are you sure that's true? Cause when was the last time your parents called you?
Finally, they work at Rob's farm, where a corn monster appears and wreaks havoc. After they burn the place down, Maggie's frustration gets the best of her and leaves. She wrecks her home in a fit of emotional anguish. And suddenly, the wormhole from earlier comes back, which turns out to be a figment of her imagination. Maggie's confronted by her inner demon, a shadow clone of herself that tells her to just give up on life since her playing days are already over. That being the best thing she was ever good at. She then wakes up to see her friends at the door with a gift, a ticket to Port Ahora, because they realize she could use some time to herself. Maggie gladly accepts, knowing this vacation could help to get her life back on track, and they cheer her up with a group hug. Later at the docks, everyone greets her happy travels and Maggie says she'll be back soon. She boards the turtle boat and waves her peers goodbye as she sails towards her destination behind the big cloud. Wow, this is the kind of story I long for in this show. The writing for an emotion episode feels pretty top notch. Maggie's struggles here was actually realistic because her situation was similar to what a lot of people go through, including me, and I'm sure a bunch of you watching this. But it did mean the comedy had to be severely compromised since the job skits are still funny as expected. And the rap song had entertaining lyrics. The wormhole that appeared in the last video actually surprises me here. Instead of being a sinister portal that wraps between universes, it was an interpretation of Maggie's psyche. And it was a neat idea to have a falling shore incorporated into the upcoming, at the time of writing this review, Sunset Paradise. Though how well Port fits in the SMG4 universe, no doubt that'll be the long drawn out debate. I also want to know what's the deal with those 4 hobos that were in the restaurant at the end of the video. What would that lead up to? Right now, it at least means SMG4 isn't afraid to throw in a bit of mystery. And you probably saw this coming. Knowing the pessimistic fans will enjoy this video because they won't find it funny and hate any shade of soul and bad production value coming out of this show, which kind of implies their general outlook on life. My advice is to skip videos that have comedy in the back burner like these. Otherwise, you expect characters being jerks for 10 minutes every week, well,
get fucked!
These 2 videos deserve an 8.5 out of 10, and unlike certain reviews, I can't wait to see what this next glitch production has to offer. Time to make fun of the gaming industry at Nintendo's expense. At the night of Mario's supposed expiration date, Snake infiltrates in Nintendo headquarters, passing through guards in a rabid Pikachu. While Miyamoto sleeps on his desk, Snake grabs the Nintendo stonks from the safe and takes them back to Sony. The next day, Miyamoto proclaims the company is down bad from the incident and lays off all their iconic characters to work for their rival. We then see Mario platform in the Crash Bandicoot world, Luigi hanging with his sugar daddy Kratos.
Mama!
Yes, Daddy.
Oh yeah!
Toad and Toadette capturing escape apes, Bowser going up the cover at Shadow Moses Island, Wilkins putting a propeller in Bob's arms.
How the hell am I supposed to?
Yay!
No. And the Water Brothers duking out in Midgard. Later, SMG4 is having trouble with Sony holding copyright claims on his channel, and Mario expressed his taste in their new jobs. They plan to take back the stolen suck data with the help of every Nintendo character in off-brand Smash Bros. PlayStation All-Stars War. After the main group infiltrates the building and enters the CEO room, Mario accidentally lights the documents on fire, making Miyamoto disappear. Their mission is a failure until the Stunksman appears to give them their renewed report for the month, so Miyamoto returns and Nintendo is revived. The PlayStation mascots sit outside in shame, and a shitty developer arrives to offer a deal. Trust me, they're better off with the games they already have instead of tainting their franchises further. 9 out of 10. I love the concept of Nintendo and Sony butting heads in this satirical fashion. Can you believe everyone was actually predicting Mario on his last legs towards Smash 31st instead? Let me know how it turns out when it happens. Anyway, this was an entertaining premise with some creative scenarios. Just wishing the assets better represented the companies and games better. Nothing much to it, except the gaming industry. Sure, work towards becoming less and less butterjump because, oh man, wasn't the end of 2020 painful to be a Nintendo fan? Might remind you no one can still afford a PS5. I wonder if Microsoft enjoying watching this little squabble. The Snitchy Plumber is back. Kind of. How so? Mario and SMG4 are ambushed by a blue Morshu, so they trap in the courtyard with Boo. Then a portal appears, and two of Gundam Knuckles take Mario and the Luigi jumps into the rescue him. They notice the internet graveyard had changed since they were last held captive there. Luigi believes his arch nemesis is behind this. So they find him and ask questions only to get captured by his guard to learn the near deathbed, but it turns out to be a SMG3's prank. At his office, SMG4 asks 3 what's going on. He tells him about the meme life cycle, where the memes Bleach's made his videos on stay in his dimension. If they lose relevance, they are sent to the graveyard where 3 looks after them until they become a trend again. The reason why Morshu is so corrupt is because of the lack of attention from SMG4 once his notoriety resurged years after the Spanish era. Not having made any jokes or a video focus on him within the fictional realm, Morshu became depressed, throwing his cycle off balance, so SMG3 orders him to turn him back to normal. Glitchy and Mario return back to the courtyard and see the corrupt shoekeeper has gone stronger. He uses his laptop to make enough memes on Morshu to the point making him happy, and he goes to the graveyard having served his purpose. Glitchy calls 3 to confirm if Morshu is safe and sound, which he is. Then he tells them that ever since he was banished there months ago, SMG3 took it upon itself to make his new home civilized by taking control of the Asian protectors to keep balance of memes in check. In a way of counterpowering its opposite success, 3 stills lives manically until he gets attacked by his little buddies again. Someone please hammer them emerald shards or something. 8 out of 10. A surprisingly interesting meme lore story. The plot is well constructed and gives some backstory to the location, at least to know what we knew about it since War of Fat Italians 2020. Stylized as an in-universe explanation to why certain memes don't really die in the internet. Seriously, we gotta find a new name for dead meme. This video serves as a good way to develop SMG3's character and build upon his mischievous deeds, since he took an anti-villain role this time. Although who wants to bet he tricked his foe into thinking everything's fine to plan to prevent the comeback in full force later on. Only problem that is the other than comic relief. Mario didn't really do much in this video. Arguably this might be a good thing to counteract the countless staring appearances. He's had to be focused on the other characters. Oh, what's that? You thought this one in the last one were decent? It's because Mickey's left for vacation with lack of newer characters, that means they're making good videos again? Well, I got some bad news for y'all, pal, because... When Mario tries to pick up some food at Mickey's house, he finds that Bob has opened a bed of breakfast there, trying to pay it overdue low. Mario doesn't want his friend to lose her home when she gets back, so they work together to make the best establishment possible, with the help of their buds. They expand by turning the house into a skyscraper.
That's a huge bitch!
And the business becomes really successful. This, however, makes the one and only Tom Nook extremely jealous that his customers are taken away. So he and Isabel tag along to unleash an army of nostalgia critics.
Now that's fucking stupid.
To bombard the place with negative reviews. This will be just inefficient with any glitch detractor off the web, honestly. They fought off the army until almost all the critics are defeated, and the single star remains on their rating. And the solution is to provide free services to them, which also lightens Tom's mood. Sort of. Maggie calls to ask Mario how things are going. He says everything's fine. Apparently they forgot to feed her cat. Hold on. She has a cat? 10 out of 10. This is a great video, and it shows us that the cat would do fine with one less member. And it satirizes a widely known YouTuber much differently than everyone else. Despite mocking the hell of his character, Dog Walker himself took it well by giving them a shout out. Hopefully these means we're getting closer to an angry nerd parody or some crossover. The scenario and coming are on point, the characters contribute to the story well, especially with Mario Bob's dynamic. And arguably like it always has, the series will continue delivering weird and adventurous surprises. One last thing, to those who believe this show actually started improving after the review of Sunset Paradise,
I appreciate your input, but please, fuck off!
well, it sure has been an interesting month, right guys? Thanks so much for watching SMG4 Multi-Reviews Episode 9. I appreciate it if you could share this video with your friends. Please wear a mask, get vaccinated, stay safe, check out my social media, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out!
Behold, Simi, life, real life, a thing that we have been denied for far too long. Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!